So I'm just trying to get some of my gear straightened out. I got skirts and helmets all over everywhere. I always keep my boat stored inside, but usually for the past 2 months, give or take, most of my gear has been hanging on the front porch to dry. We go to the lake almost every day, and then add in going to the rivers, and I just like to let all my gear hang and dry, so figured I would finally try to get them down here, get them on their boats, just to kind of keep the critters out best I can. But so this video that I've done this weekend is going to be a little bit different. I didn't film an intro and I didn't film an outro, so I figured that I would just take the time now while I'm doing this to tell you about the video. The first little bit of it's going to be from our trip Saturday. We went to Rock Island State Park, and here's some pictures from that. Got some goals that we want to reach before creek season, so we're going to start amping things up a little bit, but we wanted to start getting more seat time, so we paddled the Cartecay quite a bit recently, and we're probably going to try to get on some other stuff coming up soon, so stay tuned for that. But and then so this is Sunday's trip.
Yeah, yeah.
The front end so high.
It's pointed up like this.
I'm telling you. Oh, okay. And that's flat on the bottom. Anything above 2 is a recommended flow.
Yeah, I mean 2's a pretty good flow to come down and play. I ran it Tuesday at just over 3 foot, and that'd
be beyond my level.
That got pretty rowdy.
You'd see the Olympic swimming team. That'd be me. I'm getting there. I see the max in my road.
What? Yeah, I guess that'd be the equivalent of the XP10.
That's the one. That's the liquid logic.
Yeah, XP. You got the XP9 and the XP10 that's got the hatch and the skag made by Liquid Logic.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. That was the one you talked about.
I never used it.
He talked about getting that boat for a long time, and I talked him into the half slice.
I tried to film it. We've been water boats capable for, I mean, this is capable for a lot. But
Oh,
I don't
for
really
sure.
need a super fancy whitewater boat.
Yeah.
As far as like a high performance.
So I'm planning a through paddle of the Etowah from the headwaters to Lake Allatoona. And there's a couple of rapids in there that was considering me getting a hatch. Probably to sit on top.
We paddled down the Etowah a couple weekends ago, and there was a whole group that camped. They paddled up Clear Creek just a little ways. They found a spot up there. And looked fun as hell.
I've paddled the tunnel section. I've paddled the section through Dawson Forest. I've paddled
That's
from
5 minutes from my house, so we do that often.
I've paddled from Kelly Bridge down to what is now Eagles Beak. Yeah, and then I paddled from Eagles Beak down to, I haven't been all the way to Canton, but there's another takeout on Cons Creek Road now that you can pull out on. But I've camped there in Dawson Forest at Barefoot Falls several times.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So we have yet to find it. I don't know.
So if you're going down the river, it's going to be on river left.
Yeah, I know that.
And you'll be able to see there. It's a big hill, and the hill is really worn where people's been going up and down. And there's
So you can't see it from the river.
no, you got to stop and get out, walk up the creek.
How far up the creek is it?
It's not far. It's probably 75 yards maybe.
Yeah.
But there's actually 3 waterfalls there. You got the lower falls, and if you walk up around it, you've got an upper falls, and then up above that's the upper
So
falls.
it doesn't empty out into the Etowah.
It does.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, so you'll be able to see the creek emptying into the Etowah.
So it's just like a little trickle.
Yeah, it's like a little.
So I paddled up to that, and I was like, that can't be it.
Yeah, most likely that. A lot of times there's a rope swing hanging there.
Yeah,
It's not far from where the Emicola runs in, where the other rope swing is. You know, the Emicola runs in from the right, and then you've got that other area there where a lot of people swing off the rope swing there.
You mean Clear Creek or the Amicola?
Emicola.
Oh. So it's pretty far down the river then. I thought for some reason.
It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. I think you pass 1 or maybe 2 bridges in Dawson Forest,
Yeah.
where the bridges used to be.
It's like 5 minutes past one of those bridges, right?
Yeah, and it's on a real straight part of the river, like you can see for a good long ways down the river. Pretty shallow, pretty shoaly, and it'll be on river left.
I'll go back.
Downhill battle since then.
I thought the Toccoa had like class 3.
So if you like, there's one class 3 on the, yeah, Margaret Strip, up on the upper Etowah. If you put in at,
No, I'm sorry, the Toccoa.
the Toccoa?
You're saying you went down the Toccoa.
Yeah, the Toccoa. If you put in the upper Toccoa, because there's an upper Toccoa and a lower
Okay.
Toccoa.
Which one's the one that goes past the swinging bridge?
That's the upper.
Okay.
So if you put in a deep hole and you paddle down the sandy bottoms, you'll go under the swinging bridge.
Is that a pretty, for a beginner, probably not recommended?
No, man, I did it. I did it in a canoe with 2 kids
That's awesome.
with a kayak paddle, standing up for half the trip. It's a long float. It's like, what was it, 14 miles that day?
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. If you can put in below the dam, below the lake on the lower Toccoa, and paddle from basically the dam all the way to McKaysville, where the Toccoa turns into the Ocoee, and it's probably an 18 or 20 mile paddle, and it's just class 1, class 2 fun.
I need to try that too.
Yeah, that's a good float. You can break it down. You can put in at
This makes the 4th weekend in a row I've been on the river.
you can put in at Curtis Switch in Mineral Bluff, and it's a 7 mile float. And I took my youngest son. I'm trying to get him into whitewater, so I put him in a skirted boat, and he ran from Curtis Switch to McKaysville on the Toccoa, and it was perfect for him.
I need to take this down to Lake Lanier and just practice rolling, just so I get an idea of it.
We usually meet up once a week or so, Robinson Park in Gainesville, for roll practice. Oh no. But that sucker locks in way better than the Essex does. Yeah, I mean it gets on that wave and it just wants to stay there. Yeah.
Ah, if that rock hadn't been there, that would have been sick.
Fucking textbook. Now this is what I got fucked up on. Drop over that over there, then you eddy out right behind that rock.
There?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll watch you.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it like I did last time, but we'll see. Yeah, boy. Oh.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
All right, here we go. Guess not. Sorry, you're all good. You're all good. I've rode here before. It's possible. Almost possible. Hang of it a little. They go come down that far, so that's good. But there's a lot shallow over there, that's not good. I'm gonna run the center line if you're gonna follow me. I'm gonna run the center line if you're gonna follow me. That's why I ran the center line to show him where to go. Yeah, I'll bring it to you over there. You're welcome. Where's the other swimmer at? Where's the other swimmer? Stay up there? The other swimmer? Okay. Huh? Hello. I got her down there. I got out down there to catch that other title. Yeah. Be expected. Gotta live a little. There. I tried to catch that other boat, that other paddle. And then I didn't throw it. Y'all need to hit that. Because the boat has to be right up the top. The water's pushing over. Just take it. There's nothing to do about it. Well, I was kidding. I watched them. Is that a 208 or? Yeah. Yeah, we would have gone with you. Yep. Derek? Nothing. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. Most important thing is just keep your feet up. You don't want to get your feet caught in the rocks. The current, if your feet are down, they'll catch in the rocks, and the current will push you over. Cool thing is when you paddle with a group of people, someone's gonna get your stuff. Yeah. You want your boat over there? I can push it right across the water to you right there. Maybe. Is this a rental? Yeah. I'm holding it right here if you want to get on it. Yeah, it's mostly all sand.
Oh, you're wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, no worries. She did. She was on the bank over there. I saw her. I had let that down, so I tried to figure out what was going on. I got her paddle, and she managed to get her boat over there, and I got her paddle back to her, so I think she went on down. Oh, yeah, okay, so she made it back across. Cool.
Yeah, you're like lengthwise. Yep, yep. I'm not exactly in the river now.
Got so much more hold to try to slip. That's a serious. Well, you gotta be hip. You're not tight in it. As soon as you go over, you flip upside down. Gotta be tighter. Yeah. Right down the whirlpool. God,
Now you see why I got thrown out by when I played. Motherfucker kept pulling me back with it. That's it. That's come all the way over here, probably.
Oh, geez. Hold on. Yeah, as soon as you go upside down, come out of the seat, you're being only held up by the strap. But, yeah. Okay. Huh? You could. I like your boat. It's pretty stable. Look at that over. Good. You were almost up on the first point.
I don't know what happened. Did I bring my head up?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
It's alright. We all learned.
Please take the ball.
Dude, there's so many people. I think the rest of our crew done left us.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you want to stay and play.
I know.
So while the video was finishing out, I went ahead and finished getting all my gear down here. And basically all I did was I put the skirt on, and then I used this little twine. I tied a overhand knot in the end of the rope, and then tied an overhand slip knot. Bunched this up, Put the slip knot around, pulled it tight, wrapped it around a few times, and then doubled it under. The Antics gets the actual cockpit cover until I can get enough for the rest of the skirted boats. My boy's boat, his got same thing with the skirt, and then the Dagger, I put the skirt on, but the tunnel's kind of small on it, so I just ended up pushing the tunnel down into the boat. So it's not going to keep everything out, but everything for the boat's there. I just hung the helmet here on this boat. My shredders in that bag. The Klingon is in the IR bag. Then I've just got it set up. I've tried to set it up so that all my gear is out and I can see it. It stays out from in the weather, and I can come down here and I can grab whatever I need whenever I need it. So I've got extra helmets, throw ropes, pogies, knee pads, dry tops, several different life vests. I try to store the life vest with all the straps all the way out so that it doesn't mess up the straps. Extra skirts, of course the sit-ons. I've got a whole stack of paddles over there, a couple Warners, a canoe paddle, a couple other cheaper paddles. Eventually the end goal is to have it so that I can just come down, grab the boat, grab whatever vest I need and roll. And then pretty soon I'm trying to get a vehicle that's just gonna be like basically a dedicated river runner, and I'll have a boat and a helmet and skirt and stuff stored in the boat at all times, so that way whenever I'm at work, working night shift, and it rains or something overnight, I can grab a lap on a local river in the morning. But this boat I mentioned in my last video was the one we found on Clear Creek. There's still been no information on it. It's still just who's ever's. It's up for grabbing. So it's been just about a month. It's not stolen. It needs a drain plug, and that's it, and it can be paddled. I wouldn't take it on any rivers. It's already had a rough life on the river, so I would strictly use it for flat water or maybe fishing. But the plan is in probably a month, when we reach a month of me having the boat, from bringing it off the river, and nobody's claimed it still, I'll post it on Facebook to try to find a family or an individual or maybe a kid who's trying to get into paddling and needs it. And we'll see. I may even include a paddle or something, maybe a life vest, just to get people started. So as I mentioned earlier, we did the Cartecay run again. The first time we got on was about 10-15ish in the morning. We didn't have to deal with any tubers, and the level was actually like 2.4, so it was actually a nice run. Got in some good playing and stuff. Got a shuttle back to River Left, and then ate lunch. And when we got back to River Left, there was more cars parked at River Left than I'd ever seen. They were lining the road out in front of the bridge. I actually told some people they could park behind me because there was nowhere else to park. And so we ate lunch, and then we made a second lap down. On the second lap, we had some more people join in with us. Then we had like right around 10 people. A bunch of cool people. It was a good group. Everybody was knowledgeable. Everybody helped everybody out like they should. The second lap was low. It was at like 2:1. It may even have been a little bit lower than that by the time we ran it. It was like 91, 92, 93 degrees, something like that. So the second lap was pretty bony, pretty scrapey. Still got a good lap in. Did a lot of playing at Whirlpool. Worked on some combat rolling for some people. This little boat, I'm still learning. When I run the Cartecay and the Antics, I just plow through pretty much everything. This boat is so low volume, and it kind of dips in the front that every time I hit a cross current or I plow a big haystack, I can't figure out the bracing on it yet, and it turns me over, which ain't a big deal. I'll roll right up and continue on, but I'm gonna eventually paddle it enough that I get to where I can run those haystacks and stuff without being flipped upside down. Like I also mentioned earlier, 3 weekends in a row or 3 trips in a row we've ran Cartecay. I did run it at a high water level the other day, so that was pretty awesome. But we're trying to get seat time in, trying to get the boats figured out. Hunter's learning that Slossy boat. I'm trying to learn this play boat. Everything's going good. We've got some plans to do a day on the Nantahala coming up. That'll be a PFD for both of us. He's done it in a raft. I've never done it at all. We're planning to do it in the kayaks, spend a weekend up there, camp somewhere. And then after we get the PFD on the Nanny, we're gonna shoot for Chattooga 3.5. I think our skills are ready enough. I think after we run Nanny, that's the next river in progression. And then hopefully by October or so, we'll be able to jump on Middle Ocoee, run Middle Ocoee down. That'll probably be a guided trip. We'll try to find someone to show us down. And then hopefully by that time I've got more dry gear and I'll be able to catch creeking season this year. There's gonna be some Cartecay will probably be up, and a couple of the other local runs like the Hooch. Simple stuff that is real low flow in the summer, should be pretty high by creek season. So we'll be able to get a lot more seat time in for next spring. So stay tuned.